Hi, Timothy here. And right now I'm in Nikko, the last place to finish my quick trip northwest of Tokyo. There are a couple of must-try food here, but other than that, I'll just see what Nikko has to offer. So let's check it out. The first place is the combination of two delicacies from Nikko, soba and yuba, which is a tofu skin. And right away I can see that it has more toppings than a typical soba. There's a piece of fish cake, a tofu wrapped with tofu skin, and a tofu skin roll. So let's start with the soba noodle first. It's really light and soft. I don't even need to chew, it just goes down easily. Next, let's try this tofu wrapped in tofu skin. It's quite soft, and the tofu inside is pretty sweet. Now, how about this tofu skin roll? It is way thicker than I expected, but it tastes like a typical tofu skin with multiple layers. There's also one more thing hidden underneath the soba. A bundle of mushroom wrapped with tofu skin. But overall it is a pretty unique and pretty good soba. And right next to the soba shop, there's a pudding shop that apparently is famous in social media for selling this giant soft cream pudding. So I had to go inside and get one for myself. It is not as big as it looks, but it certainly is pretty big compared to the small pudding bottle. There's a very rich and milky ice cream. It's very soft, but it's not too sweet. The sweetness is just right. But I have to finish all of the ice cream before I can dig in for the pudding. It's kinda sweet, and it's soft, but it tastes very eggy. It tastes more like an egg pudding. And speaking of egg, I saw someone order this egg looking pudding that looks like a real egg. So I had to order one for myself. And my initial thought was this is a pudding that resembles an egg. But when I try to pop it, it feels like a real egg yolk, which it is. Yep, that's a real egg yolk. And luckily the whites are not a real egg whites. That's the sweet part. I guess I need to mix it together. To be fair, I didn't know that you need an egg yolk to make a pudding. And this item is called nama purin, which means a raw pudding, and therefore the raw egg yolk. That also explains why the first pudding has a very strong egg taste to it. Now that I added some sugar, it became really sweet and tastes like a pudding. Although it doesn't look as pretty as before anymore. This next place sells a snack that is touted as a must-try whenever you visit Nikko, and is only available in this place. Fried Yuba Manju. Manju is a steamed cake that is usually filled with red bean paste, similar to what I had in Nagano. But here they make it even better by frying it. So let's give it a try. It's really good. The batter is crunchy and not too thick. It has plenty of sweet red bean paste inside. They even sprinkle some salt on top of it. That makes it sweet and salty, which complements really well. No wonder this is a really famous place. Even the pigeons are waiting for some crumbles. Not too far from the station, there's a shrine that looks amazing. And apparently this area is related with the past shogun of Japan, Tokugawa Ieyasu. And you can even visit his graveyard at the top of the inner shrine. And for dinner, I stumbled upon this place that sells a rather unique food. A tomato ramen with a tofu sashimi and a fried tofu skin. The tofu skin sashimi is basically a raw slices of tofu skin. So let's eat this like a sashimi. Add some soy sauce and a bit of wasabi. It's kinda smooth, but it tastes very bland. But I guess that's why they call it a sashimi. Now let's try this fried tofu skin. Seems pretty thick though. It is basically a breaded tofu skin. It's pretty good, but nothing special here. Hopefully the main dish will be better than the appetizer. A tomato ramen with a real tomato. And of course, some tofu skin. Now let's try the broth first. It tastes like a tomato soup rather than a tomato ramen. It is good, but it's a bit weird, I guess. Now let's try the noodle and some tofu skin. Actually, it's pretty good. It is a bit confusing though. It does taste like a ramen, but somehow it also kinda similar to a tomato pasta with a lot of toppings. But certainly it's a pretty unique dish. Let's call it a day for now. It certainly is a nice area to visit for a day trip. So if you're ever going to visit Nikko, make sure to try their fried manju. I'm pretty sure you won't regret it. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.